So much time and energy is taken up by dissecting what's happening in the Hindi heartland. The fact is, a very crucial part of the 2019 elections will be fought below the Vindhyas. And joining us at the India Today conclave is one of the most important players in South Indian politics, a man we don't see very often on television and in Delhi, but that's because he's been doing one of the most extensive padyatras in contemporary Indian politics. Can we have a very warm round of applause as we welcome to the India Today conclave, Jagan Mohan Reddy. Welcome, sir. You're looking supremely fit. I see the Padyatra, some 3,648 kilometers have clearly helped you shape. The fact is, he has been walking like a man possessed. I must give some context to those who haven't followed his Padyatra from early in the morning, almost from the first time he wakes up, right till the very end of the day, all the way into the wee hours. He's walking. And then he has some court appearances, so he has to go back to Hyderabad. The moment they get over, he comes back and starts walking again. So you've really shown a level of intensity and hunger which is quite unique. We haven't seen this. People said that no one has walked quite as much as you have. Your father saw the Padyatra as his route to power. Do you think this Padyatra will be your route to power in Andhra Pradesh?
I do not know about whether this is a route to power or not. But one thing is, Rahul, what Padyatra has done is given people a sense of hope. There is somebody who's coming to them, listening to them, understanding the plight, and also raising up these issues throughout the Padayatra. So if the issues are sorted out by the government while in the Padayatra, good. Even otherwise, you have somebody who is heard, who's listened, who's willing to do something. So that gives people hope. And if that hope is what is actually driving me to do something that, everybody has a dream, why one wants to become something. Now, I have a dream. Becoming Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh is the very purpose for that is, I want to stay alive after death. That's my objective. For that, I need to do so much of good to the people. What Padayatra does is, it changes somebody. Usually there's a saying they say, 6 months you're with somebody, you become that person becomes you. 14 months on the road, seeing day in and day out their plight, transforms you into something different. You want to do something.
So I want to build on this. When you fought the election in 2014, after the untimely demise of your father, the very popular former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, to now, how do you think you've changed? You say that you traveling, meeting all these people, you've changed. Explain the evolution of Jagan Reddy, the politician.
Basically, my 9 years of travel, most of the while I've been with the masses. Even before the Padayatra also, the 9 years that I traveled, most of the time I was with the masses. But what this Padayatra does is, literally you are there with them, day in and day out. You get up, you do the Padayatra. While you're walking, people know where you're staying, people know which route you're taking, people know where to find you. So, day in and day out, you see those kind of problems. Those minutest details, what generally anybody would miss out on a macro picture. You witness it every day. And you would come to an understanding where you would start feeling that, when you see their plight versus how you are, that, God has blessed you so much. It's a fact.
So explain your ideas on governance. If you were to get an opportunity in April, May, to be Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. All the opinion polls currently suggest that you're clearly in the lead, that there is a fair amount of anti-incumbency that's built up against the state government. How would the government of YSRCP be different from what Andhra Pradesh has seen, from what Chandrababu Naidu has done or not done?
See, most of these problems, what I've seen, I've encountered all through the state in this Padayatra is, most of them are man-made problems. Proper governance, credible governance, sorts out lots of issues. You know, you should not make false promises that you cannot keep. The biggest lies, the biggest problem from what has originated from Chandrababu Naidu's regime is the credibility of that man is to the rock bottom. He's made so many promises, he's lied. People today are in distress thanks to this man's lies. People, for example, the farmers, he said, knowing very well, 87,612 crores of farm loan waiver, he said, he spoke of. Knowing very well that no state government has got the capacity to waive 87,612 crores. What are actually the agricultural loans? Yet this man had the audacity to say to the farmers, don't pay. And the farmers stopped paying. And the worst part is, his government not only breached on that, but the interest subvention amount what the earlier governments were given so as to enable the farmers to get interest-free loans is also gone thanks to this man's regime. There are no remunerative prices. Agriculture is in distress. So on and so forth in every sector. This is the problems what you witness. If I were to go on explaining this, it will probably take a longer while.
No, so you haven't explained what I asked you to. I said, you've talked a lot about the problems of the Chandrababu Naidu regime. Let's assume you get an opportunity. What would you do different? How is your politics or model of governance different from what we've seen? Is it an extension of the welfare populism of your father? Who is Jagan Mohan, the politician, and what will he do if he's Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh?
The most important thing is, Rahul, doing things on a saturation mode. Unfortunately, the era in Andhra Pradesh is, you want any scheme from the government, the first question what is asked is, which party did you vote for? This is the first question what is asked. Everything is given with a discretion. What needs to be done is, what we would be doing is, we're coming up with grammar secretariats. Now, we want to ensure that every village, in that village, you have a grammar secretariat what deals with the problems then and there itself. We will not make any distinction. We will ensure that everything is given on a saturation mode. To this, we've also added what we would be doing to the farmers, what we would be doing to the other sections of the societies, all through my Padayatra. And we've made certain schemes, we've announced certain schemes, called them Navaratnalu, and all of them have come from the plight of the people. So we strongly believe that if these are implemented, it will ensure that people of Andhra Pradesh get a better deal.
Where does Jagan Mohan Reddy stand in the national big picture for 2019? What is your equation with Prime Minister Modi and with Congress President Rahul Gandhi?
See, as far as national politics are concerned, our state has been betrayed by both the people. Both the national parties have not done us good. We're all sitting down here. We look at the parliament, we give credit to the parliament. And what is to happen to our faith in the parliament if we were to see a regime where where a word is given in the parliament and it's not kept up? My state is being bifurcated against the wishes of the state, against the wishes of the people, with a precondition that special category status would be given. And the ruling party, the opposition, everybody came together on the floor of the House, in the parliament, shut down the doors of the parliament, live telecast of the parliament was cut. People who were protesting against the division were suspended from the parliament. And they went ahead and did what they did. And in the Rajya Sabha, the entire parties, all of them, the ruling party as well as the opposition party, then BJP, the ruling party, the Congress, all of them came together. They said, we're going to bifurcate the state. This bifurcation probably is the only bifurcation in this country where the demanding state took the capital along with it. And today you have a state that is Andhra Pradesh, where children of my state who are graduates, they don't know where to go for a job.
But can I just play contrarian and devil's advocate for a moment? You know, the special category status to one of the northeastern states, to say Orissa or Jharkhand, is understandable. Andhra Pradesh, sir, is not one of the poorest states in the country. It's not the most impoverished state in the country. Is it just for pure political gain that both you and Mr. Naidu keep talking about a special category status state? The fact is, Andhra Pradesh is, relatively speaking, more well-to-do than so many other states who have a more compelling case to be given special category status.
Now, the most important thing is, weren't you aware of all these details now that you speak of now today, when the state was being bifurcated? Weren't Jharkhand there? Wasn't any of the states that you speak of there on that particular day? All these states were there in the parliament. And yet you said injustice is being done. And yet you said, as a precondition to this injustice, we will give special category status. And this was promised in the parliament by both the ruling party as well as the opposition parties. All of them came together. As a precondition, they said they will give special category status. And then they broke the state. And now, having broken the state, if they say today, Jharkhand is there, Chhattisgarh is there, some other state is there, some other state is there, then why give a word in the parliament? How does one have faith in the parliament? You know, you do something, you break it off, and then you come up with excuses not to give. Then who would trust the parliament?
So in the 2019 elections, there's the BJP led by Modi and Shah. There is the Mahagathbandhan where you've got the Congress, the TDP, several other parties as well. And there is this unnamed but a third kind of front. Where is Jagan Mohan Reddy in all these three pictures?
See, Jagan is neutral. Our only demand is special category status. You know, as far as Jagan is concerned, as far as people of Andhra Pradesh are concerned, we are sick and tired of trusting people. You know, people say they will deliver, and after the elections, they don't deliver. We are sick and tired of this. We, people of Andhra Pradesh, Jagan, representing people of Andhra Pradesh, says, we don't want to trust anybody. We will be open. We will say, you give, we support. We've already lost 5 years.
So you are saying it's very transactional. Whoever gives you special category status gets your support. Now, whether that is Prime Minister Modi, whether that's Rahul Gandhi, whether that's Mayawati, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Even if Rahul himself becomes the Prime Minister, I will not mind, I will support him. yourself. Not Rahul Gandhi, but yourself also.
I am not becoming Prime Minister of anything, so that's okay. But so it's purely transactional. You will go with whoever gives special category status to us. So you're hoping to max out in the Lok Sabha elections, pull as many seats as you can, and then go with whoever. But for that, you need a government that doesn't get a full majority. So contingent to your plan is that whether it's the BJP or the opposition, they fall short of a majority, so they need whatever MPs you get. So you don't want a mazboot sarkar, you want a majboor sarkar.
Well, what I want is God's grace. And what I want is a leader who understands that a word given in the parliament means something. And the state of Andhra Pradesh is deprived of special category status. And it should be honored. I want a leader who can understand that. It's as simple as that.
No, but why is special category status so important? Even we spoke to Chandrababu Naidu in Vizag. He was also talking a lot about this. Why can't life go on? You've got a big state, industrial state, a lot of enterprise, a lot of initiative. Get on and make the most of what you have, as opposed to having your needle stuck on the issue of a special category status.
See, the very fact is, Rahul, why should we be deprived? I ask you a simple, straight question. Why should we be deprived? You broke the state against our wishes. And you said as a precondition you would give special category status. And now why do you justify yourself not to give? You have broken the state with an assurance that you will give special category status. Today I'll tell you one small thing. Today, why special category status is so very important to our state. I'll just say something. See, we cannot compete with Hyderabad. We cannot compete with Bangalore. We cannot compete with Chennai. Hyderabad took 60 years to be what it is today. Today, anybody who does a degree, anybody who holds a degree in our state doesn't know where to go for a job. Only with special category status, you would get special incentives, that is 100% income tax exemption, 100% GST exemption. Only with these kind of special industrial incentives, you will have somebody coming up and setting up a hotel there in Andhra Pradesh. You will have somebody coming up and setting up a hospital there in Andhra Pradesh. You will have somebody coming up and setting up an IT shop, a factory. Let it be anything. What is the motivation? When Hyderabad is just beside, and you have all the infrastructure what is required, and Hyderabad is far superior, or Chennai is far superior, or Bangalore is far superior, how does it make sense for anybody, how is it viable for somebody to come up and set up a hotel, a hospital, an IT shop, a factory, anything in Andhra Pradesh? And where do we go?
Your party branched out of the Congress when you believe that Sonia Gandhi was unfair by not appointing you chief minister after your father passed away. If sometime in the future, Rahul Gandhi says, Jagan, come back, let's join hands, let's work together, what would you tell him?
See, our interest is very clear, Rahul. We are not against Rahul ji, we are not against anybody, basically, as a matter of fact. Our objective is straight. We don't want to trust anybody. We've already lost 5 years. You will have our support, provided you give. You give, we support. It's as simple as that. And we want to keep all our options open. We don't want to be tied down with anybody.
No, one is to support from the outside. I'm saying going back and joining the Congress like your father once was a member of the Congress and the brightest star in the Congress.
See, Congress is evaporated. There's no Congress there in Andhra Pradesh. Where is the Congress there? I don't understand. There's no Congress there. Why do we need Congress? Probably Congress needs us. It's as simple as that.
They got some, after having ruled Andhra Pradesh for 10 years, they got about 2.94% of the vote in the 2014 elections. Are you thinking that they're improving? Because the Congress thinks it's improving from there. You think they've finished, game over?
See, Congress themselves have no confidence in themselves.